Hi everyone and welcome back to Better Late. So in today's video I'm going to be talking to you about my current obsession with Montessori stuff, all things Montessori for newborns up to age 3. I went to a Montessori nursery myself and I still have memories, I'm sure, of how much I loved that place. I can still remember the smell of the place. I think it was in a church hall, lots of wooden toys, wooden floor, wooden furniture obviously. I can just smell that wood polish. I can smell the way lunch smelled. I think lots of a banana-y smell, sandwich smells, whatever, but I loved it. I was really happy there. And my parents still rave about it today in terms of it being the best decision they made to send myself and my siblings to Montessori nurseries. And since becoming a parent myself, I've been doing some research on the Montessori method. Maria Montessori, who would have been 150 this year, I think, if she was still alive, and just her methodology about how to bring the best out of children from birth until 24. Which is when she says, you know, the partially formed human of a child becomes whole at the age of 24. But the foundation for that human being's learning is practically set by the age of 3. So what you can do from 0 to 3 at home yourself before perhaps you put them into the preschool environment is key. And I've been doing lots of reading during my night feeds. So the first one I started with is this book called Montessori from the Start. The Child at Home from Birth to Age 3. That's by Paula Polk-Lillard and Lynn Lillard-Jessen. I think that's a mother and daughter duo that have written that book, which basically expands upon Maria Montessori's theories. And then the next one I followed it up with but haven't finished is this very popular title called The Montessori Toddler, which is great. It basically just gives you an introduction to easy bite-sized ways to introduce Montessori methods to your home and how to create a Montessori environment for your child. And one of the things that both books talk about is these things. So Montessori inspired mobiles basically. I recently ordered a set of 5. I did check with the vendor about my son's age and the fact that he was 3 months by the time I kind of had read all this stuff and had ordered these, and she said that was fine, even though something like this one, the first one I'm going to talk to you about, the Munari Mobile, is what you're supposed to kind of introduce from birth and rotate them all every few weeks. She said that her daughter's 2.5-year-old was still benefiting from looking at mobiles, these mobiles. The reason the Munari one is one of the earliest to introduce is because, as you can see, it's black and white, and that's what newborn babies can see most easily to begin with. So yeah, but I'm basically going to hang all these mobiles up from different points in the home, and it was suggested I put this one either in the kitchen or over his play area in the living room. And there's kind of 2 places in the living room that I might set him down that he'd be able to look up, and I think I want this one to go in the living room. I've got these skylights in the living room ceiling, and the massive, obviously, French doors going into the garden. And I think the light coming through all that glass is going to reflect really nicely on this ball. And even when I was unwrapping this earlier, I noticed our little one really seemed engaged with this. I'm quite excited. So this is the Munari Mobile, first one. Just move that out of the way. And second one, so I ordered these off of Etsy and from a vendor called Mama Montessori, which I think is quite a cute name, Mama Montessori there. haven't opened most of them, so this will be a surprise. Ooh, yes. So this is what I was looking forward to hanging right here in the kitchen. This is the Rainbow Mobile. And the whole thing about these mobiles is just, so you can see, I don't know if you can see, but our kitchen is quite, well, it's white predominantly, but we've got some colourful artwork. The baby and toddler's bookshelf, which is also white, but it's got the alphabet and multicolours. I think this is going to look really nice hanging from the ceiling here, and hopefully when he's lying in his play area or sitting in his bouncer, he'll look up and see this. And the whole thing about these mobiles is to help increase babies' focus and concentration and their eyesight. So, nice packaging. Let's see what's in the next one. So far we've done the Munari, the black and white. We've done the rainbow. I think I can already tell what this one is. This is the Tetrahedron. So you can see these great colours. I think this is going to go also in the living room over his second play area. So these are made from a reflective fabric or paper, which kind of you can see is sparkling. And again, with the light coming in from the skylights and the glass doors, that's going to be quite nice for him to look up at as well. Nice one, so that's 3. Fourth one. This is quite exciting. It's like Christmas has come early. I'm kind of treating all of these like early Christmas gifts for him as well. It is Christmas soon. It's always Christmas soon, it feels like. But yeah. So this is called the Gobi Mobile. And this is to train their eyes to be able to detect graduation of colour. So you can see it's going from very light green all the way down to dark green there. It's lovely. I requested it. You can get it in blue, you can get it in grey, different shades of grey. Reds I've seen as well. I think I've seen red and yellow, but I wanted green. And this is this has been recommended to go over his changing mat, and that's another reason I wanted green, because we've got this kind of like safari theme in the nursery, and I don't know, I just thought this green would be nice. Kind of made me think of like the tree canopy or something, you know, tree. So that's going to be hanging from the ceiling in the nursery over his change mat. Quite happy with that. So that was number 4. And it looks as if, completely by chance, I've saved the best till last. Now this might be the most kind of iconic Montessori mobile. I think the Munari and this one are quite iconic. This last one is called The Dancers, and you can see those stylized figures of dancers, which again made from reflective material, and so that will catch the light. And I've been recommended to hang this over his crib. I was going to say cot. He's in a crib at the moment, the snooze pod. He will be moving to the cot in a couple of months' time, but yeah, this can move with him. So yeah, I'm quite excited by all of these. So that's my brief introduction to Montessori mobiles. As I said, these are all about kind of increasing his ability to focus, so his eyesight and his concentration as well. So he'll probably, study each of these in turn, trying to master them, master what they look like, memorize what they look like, understand what he's looking at. Mastery is an important part of Montessori learning. And I'm just looking forward to continuing to create a Montessori environment for him here at home. So as I said, got these on Etsy from Mama Montessori. There's lots of Montessori inspired toys and gifts on Etsy, as you would imagine. Montessori gifts are typically characterized by being quite craft-like, lots of natural materials. So all of these have been made from wood, paper, felt, wool. So, just the type of thing that you would expect to find on Etsy. This is something else I got on Etsy, actually. It's his favourite toy. One of his very few toys, to be honest. Again, with Montessori, it's all about keeping things simple, not overloading or overstimulating your child with hundreds of, plastic toys that are just going to overstimulate them and confuse them. This doubles up from a sensory perspective. See, it's stimulating his sight, his sense of touch with the different strands, sight again with the colour, but it also jingles, so his sound, hearing, and then it also doubles as a teether as well. So yeah, all round his favourite at the moment, and I'm really happy with them all. Thank you for watching, and catch you next time on Better Late.